Hey, welcome back to another checkpoint video. Today I want to talk a little bit about the maximum temperature for Arrow Lake CPUs. Not in the sense that I want to tell you what's the maximum allowed temperature, but I want to talk about something that comes up in a lot of my SkatterBencher guides. And that's basically people looking at these worst case stress tests that I'm running in my overclocking guides and freaking out that the temperature is so high. And then they ask if I can make overclocking guides that also limit the temperature a little bit much. And so today I want to show you how I would go about lowering the maximum operating temperature for Arrow Lake CPUs. So I'm here in the BIOS. This is the basically the overclock configuration from the very final overclocking strategy of SkatterBencher number 87. So as you can see, we're running at 5.7 gigahertz. I did set up quite an extensive OCTVB, right? You can see it drops at 60 degrees Celsius, one bin. I also did the VF point offset, some undervolting, and so on, right? And then the performance core DLVR voltage is 1.4. That's for the OC ratio only. That's not across the entire CPU, and so on. So I'm going to go into the operating system now, and let's have a look at what the typical operating temperatures are. Right, so we're in the operating system. Let's immediately open hardware info, and that will give us an indication of what the CPU temperatures are. So we can see here CPU package temperature is 44 degrees Celsius, so that's just idle as normal. And then let's open up our worst case stress test, which for me is always OCCT with AVX2 enabled. So you can see here, I pick the CPU stress test, extreme steady AVX2. We click start, and what happens immediately, the temperature hits 103 degrees Celsius. Now on Arrow Lake CPUs, the TJ max is actually 105 degrees Celsius. So in other words, Intel warrants or the Intel warranty covers CPU temperature up to 105 degrees Celsius, right? So from my perspective, it's totally fine to run these temperatures, but some people don't like to run their CPUs that hot. So anyways, like we can see, our worst case stress test puts the CPU very close to or slightly over 100 degrees Celsius. Now, this is the worst case stress test. This is the one that I always run at the very end of my overclocking guides, but it doesn't necessarily represent what the CPU will be running at in a typical scenario. So let's, for example, do a little bit of a less of a heavy workload. So we will take Y-Cruncher 5B, and you can see Y-Cruncher will also load all the cores, but it doesn't quite go to 100 degrees Celsius, right? It hits like 90 C, a little bit over 90 C, but it's not quite over 100 degrees Celsius. And so then if we go to another typical workload, let's say a gaming workload, here have Final Fantasy. I'll just run it in windowed mode for now, just so we have an eye on the temperatures. And in this case, you'll find that it doesn't even go to 90 degrees Celsius. In this case, it's more like, what is it, like 64, 68, maybe touching on 70 degrees Celsius. Again, the operating temperature is much lower. And this is with the identical overclock where, that I show running over 100 degrees Celsius in the OCCT stress test at the end of my SkatterBencher overclocking strategy.
Time to go. All right.
Let's close this down now. So anyway, the question that I often get is that, okay, I want to have an overclocking strategy that has all the performance, but I don't want to see those really high temperatures. What can I do? And actually, it's really easy to limit the maximum operating temperature. There's something called TJ max, which is the maximum allowed operating temperature. And on K-SKU CPUs, you can adjust the TJ max in the BIOS. You can override the factory fused value of 105 degrees Celsius, and you can set it to anything you want. I think all the way down to 62 or 63 degrees Celsius. And I'll show you now what that does exactly. So let's go back into the BIOS and adjust the TJ max. All right, so we're in the BIOS. Let's go to our advanced mode view, go to AI Tweaker, and then you can find the TJ Max option in in internal CPU power management, maximum CPU core temperature, and I can set this, for example, to 80 degrees Celsius, right? On K-SKU CPUs, you can actually increase it all the way up to 115 degrees Celsius and reduce it all the way to, I think, about 62 or 63 degrees Celsius. On non-K CPUs, you can't override TJ max, meaning that you can't increase the maximum allowed temperature. However, there's another option called TCC offset, which is not exposed in this BIOS, which allows you to how should I say? TCC offset is basically a parameter that's in reference to the TJ max. So if you set TCC offset to 10 and your TJ max is 105 degrees Celsius, then you'll have the thermal throttling at 95 degrees Celsius. And this is how it works for non-K CPUs. For K CPUs, you can just adjust that TJ max parameter. So anyway, we set it to 80 degrees Celsius, maximum CPU core temperature. Let's see what happens now with our worst case stress test. All right, so we're in the operating system. So I'm just going to open hardware info again. And we're going to open the OCCT stress test again as well. So again, the OCCT stress test is the worst case scenario, right? So that's where we're going to be seeing the highest possible temperatures on this CPU. And so I'll go to AVX2, I set everything the same, and what happens now to the temperature? There we go. It hits 81 degrees Celsius, but basically limits to 80 degrees Celsius. And that's how you can just limit the maximum operating temperature. There's not really that much more to it. What I can do now also, maybe I'll show Y Cruncher as well, like, what happens there. But again, we are running Y Cruncher, and it used to go over 90 degrees Celsius, but now it's limited to about 80 degrees Celsius. And then the same will be with our gaming workload. So that's basically how it works. Now, I also ran all the benchmarks that I used in the SkatterBencher guide again with this 80 degrees temperature limit, and I'll put up a nice version of the chart up here. But basically, you lose barely any performance. In fact, if I remember correctly, the geomean performance improvement with all of the fine-tuning, including the memory timings, but with a temperature limit of 80 degrees Celsius, is still faster than the system which was fully tuned, but without the memory, the system memory optimizations. So at the end of the day, you can basically fully tune your system, and then at the very end of your tuning process, just type in what maximum temperature you want to have run on this CPU on your CPU, and that's it. All right. Well, I hope you found this informative, and see you next time.